Hi everybody, it's Abby here. So it looks like our recording did not pick up our intro, so it is going to be a different recording than the original podcast is. But this episode is going to be The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. We are going through chapter 8 through 15, and then we're going to start off with Emily talking about what she first is thinking of because she's the one that freshly read it after us. So it's going to start off with Emily talking. So I'll let you guys get into the episode.
I guess it's the freshest in my brain. Where did we start? Let me try and go like chronological. Where did we start? 8? First of all, what a psychopath doesn't like chocolate?
He does that way.
Adam, yeah. Adam doesn't like chocolate.
I know a couple people like that.
I like that she likes salt and vinegar chips because I love salt and vinegar chips. Olive is so annoying though.
I agree.
It's like I hate how old they are because it feels very
Middle school.
yeah.
It does seem young to me that she's 26.
Like I'm just like
I mean,
I'm just like no. In my brain, they're just not. They're just geniuses, and he's 26 and she's like 23. In
It
my
does
brain.
come off that way. Yeah.
He also doesn't like bananas. Sorry, I'm like skimming. Also, what do you mean he does like chocolate?
Never mind. I just meant because he had the chocolate bar, but obviously that meant that
He had it for her.
Yeah.
She's making me so mad, man. She's the way she was just like, no, he doesn't like me. He's in love with somebody else. Whatever.
I do get frustrated with characters like that. I do a little bit.
It's so annoying.
I'm feeling a little frustrated by it. Yeah. Yeah.
And some of her monologues, like you were saying last week, I noticed it more this week. I was like, okay, what's really happening here?
I'm like skipping over the sciencey words. I'm not even trying to. Okay, let's talk about the biggest thing to talk about besides the end.
The conference.
Yes.
Yes, that was a big deal.
Mr. Tom.
Yeah.
Together.
So
Oh, yeah,
Holden warned her.
He did. I thought that was
He did warn her, and he said, "Be careful," which was
well, I think
telling.
You know, she was so excited. He gave her the opportunity to go to Harvard. So she's going to Harvard, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Year with Tom, and then he's in. He's
disgusting.
He's gross.
Yeah.
Which
So just wants her in bed.
And she won't tell Adam.
No, she keeps saying that she
I'm
will.
like,
she
but
keeps saying that
but
she
she
knows
needs
she
to just
Yeah.
she needs to just say it because she's gonna tell him. He's gonna be like, why did you lie to me and not tell me?
Did you hear the reason why he wants to do that with her, though? Not just because she's hot or whatever.
Because he wants
to take something from Adam.
Don't you think? Did any of you feel like? And I'm revising my opinion of Adam. There's no more Rao vibes. He seems very genuine and cool.
I love him.
I think he knew. I think he thought maybe it was Tom. When she was upset. Oh, I feel like part of him might know.
Well,
did any of you get that vibe or not? Like,
no.
He was angry.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something in me thinks it's in the back of his mind that that's what it could have been. I don't know.
I think he's not going to hear it from her. I think he's going to, because she said she forgot to stop recording.
Okay, so I noticed
so she has a whole interaction on recording. So I think she might forget that, or he's going to grab her phone and like start watching it.
He didn't get to hear it.
And he's going to hear it.
Yeah, he didn't get to hear it.
Yeah.
And so
wait, she recorded it?
Yeah, remember? So
her speech, but then she didn't stop.
Yeah, because when they get back to their room, she picks up her phone and she's like, yeah, it was basically dead because I forgot to stop recording.
Right.
So she has that whole thing on recording.
I think he's holding on to the hope that she's not, he knows she's not going to. Because he's like, oh, well, this is why you're here. You know, he's blaming it all on her. You know, this is why you're here. That's why you're with Adam. That's why you've progressed as far as you have, is because this is what you do. What's that called? Is that gaslighting? When you tell someone that, you know, it's definitely not me, it's you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm wondering also if she'll tell Holden before Adam. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like she will tell literally everybody except for Adam.
A person like that. And they truly hide it from their friends, because you hear Adam's version of Tom, it's totally different.
Yeah.
It's weird to me that Adam, I don't know, maybe he sees through it.
I don't know. Some people just don't care. Or he could be like, he might know and just be like, well, he's the reason, like, he helped me stay on track and helped me graduate. So he's trying to ignore it because he doesn't want to go through the loss of that friend kind of thing.
So what changed in Tom then? If he helped him graduate, if he helped him through, then what makes Tom like this about Adam?
That's so weird.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is
Because
weird.
Adam was saying I wouldn't have graduated without Tom.
Was he talking about graduating from college or high school?
In college.
It was
college.
The PhD.
Yeah. He's only known Tom since the PhD, since their grad school.
So
Since
really,
the
he wouldn't
PhD.
know him that well. He's only known him for like 4 years.
Well, that's been.
And it was only school related, or did they live together?
No, he lived
I don't
with.
know. I feel like it's a flaw in the story.
Actually 8 because master's is 6 and then PhD is 8.
I did when I read that part though. It's like, man, they're just falling into all the tropes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just happened to recorded the whole thing. And I just happened to have not brought my pajamas.
I know. I read that and just. There. That's true.
Which,
and no pajamas. It was cute that there was 2 because I think the writer knew that we were expecting the one bed. Yeah.
I was sitting across the table from Josiah, and while I was reading, and I read I immediately read that she forgot her pajamas, and I put my book down. I was like, Josiah, guess what? It's her first time rooming with this guy, and guess what? She forgot her pajamas. Let me guess. She's going to end up in one of his oversized t-shirts. And then on the next page, he's giving her a t-shirt. But I don't know. I don't mind it that much. It's a lot of, and Josiah's like, man, it's just full of tropes, but I don't mind that as much because it's just fun. It's just fun to read.
It is a fun little read.
It's very different from the other books we were reading. We had a few serious ones in a row.
Yeah. So I'm curious if any of you feel like if Adam genuinely believes she's in love with someone else, is he being a good guy?
Oh, that's a good question.
He genuinely believes she's in love with Jeremy.
He is.
So is he being a good guy?
He is pushing her off quite a bit, though.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That's because I think he's in love.
He's like, you don't want to do this, except for the hand. Except for the hand. The hand was definitely crossing the line, no matter what.
And if only you just stopped at the hand.
I did. I literally, on the next page, I saw something about like somebody's something coming off. That's all I saw. Just wanted to.
So far, he seems like this great, amazing guy. But to me, it's like, well, if you really believe she's in love with someone else, what are you doing?
I like that. I like that you brought that up.
So all men they can't help their horniness, right?
It's not okay.
Yeah.
But she's also the one pushing forward because he pulled back and he said we shouldn't be doing this because of A, B, and C.
She never denied she wasn't in love with someone else, and still, I don't know.
She frustrates me.
Yeah,
I don't like her.
Stupid. Yeah.
Just
very
a little.
She's brilliant at science, but stupid in
everything else.
Social skills,
Yeah.
love skills. She's just like an idiot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it just really plays into the ditzy love interest. Like
That's
said,
the only part making me really mad.
I did like the part where Holden was, he thinks they're dating, and he says, oh, he's been gone on you forever.
And she's like, oh, he
I'm
likes
like,
somebody
what?
else.
So really for him, it's been since the bathroom or before.
She did finally acknowledge that he was the guy in the bathroom.
Yeah.
She said he could have been.
No, because then she said something like, since that day in the bathroom. Because I was like, oh, she just confirmed that.
I don't know if I caught
why
that.
did it take so long? If she knows his voice so well, didn't she identify him from the bathroom? I don't know. It's silly.
I think she doesn't have any confidence in
It is
herself
weird
at
that
all.
neither one of them has said anything about that.
Why isn't Adam said anything
They're
about
all
that?
stupid. That's why.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like the evil mom's going to show up any minute.
The evil mom.
I'm just curious what the drama's going to be. Because there's
always
the tropes are
yeah.
coming. So
Yeah.
what's the drama? Is it Tom going to manipulate
I
Adam?
think-
into
I think
thinking
so.
That she came on to him? Is it going to be he's going to catch Tom in the act trying to rape her, take advantage of her? Is it?
I think
she's
it's going to be
tell
the
him it's always been
misunderstanding.
him and he's not going to believe her because they had sex and I took advantage of you. You know, I'm curious what the big drama before they get together at the end. That's how I'm feeling.
I'm not looking forward to it though.
I think it's going to be the
Yeah.
Tom. I don't think she's going to remember that she recorded everything.
It's the recording.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the the savior of the day is going to be that phone.
So what?
But I think it's going to go a little while. I think, you know, she's going to say, well, I don't want to go to Harvard anymore. Well, why? You know, it's going to come up and he's like, no, you misunderstood. He would never do that. He's my friend, blah, blah, blah. I think so. He knows, like you guys said, he's been with Tom longer than he has known her.
But I think also
a little suspicious she ran up and gave some guy a kiss.
Although I do think
all the
that
Tom said.
The fact that Holden has not liked Tom would make it less likely that Adam would immediately be like, well, you're lying.
Has Holden ever brought it up to Adam, though?
That he doesn't like Tom?
Yeah, Adam's the one who told her that Holden doesn't like Tom, and he was like, I don't think Holden even knows why.
Yeah.
And so I think that obviously Holden is a better friend than Tom is, so I think he would maybe be less likely to immediately say, well, you're lying because I've known Tom forever. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
At least that's how it would be for me. I don't know.
So you think he'll want to hear her speech, so he'll hear the recording?
That's what I think is going to happen. I don't know. I was expecting him to pick up her phone and watch it while she was in the shower.
Well, he was too busy.
That would be a little weird. Why would he just grab her phone? That's weird. That's even weirder. I think it's going to be an accident. I think
she's going to send it to him.
Accidentally going to come out or be playing in the background. I don't know. That's just my guess.
Like publishes
it's going to be like on the school microphone or something.
Like an announcement.
She leans back and it turns on, you know.
I think she's probably, what I'm predicting is she's going to forget that she recorded so much and sent him the video.
Yeah.
And he's going to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
And be like,
yeah, because he said he wanted to hear it.
But it's interesting. I felt it was a little bit interesting that Adam's talking about his mentor that was abusive, right?
Mm.
We didn't feel like we had any power. I feel like it's paralleling what she's must be feeling with Tom.
I think so.
Yeah.
So it should encourage her to say something, right?
I know.
She's like, we never did. We should have. I should have said something.
I know. I really thought she was going to.
And he abused his power. So I'm like, okay, that's definitely paralleling how she's feeling. Must be feeling with Tom. Is Tom actually a professor? I'm trying
at
to
Harvard.
What's exactly? Well, he's at Harvard, so I don't know. That could mean he's professor, or he's. Just
he has his own lab anyway.
Yeah, he does.
So he's powerful.
And he told her that too. He told her that.
I hope not.
It feels like she's still gonna go.
He's really.
I'm curious what happens when the three of them hang out again.
Could be really awkward.
If Adam doesn't know, how is she gonna be normal?
So isn't Adam going to spend time with Tom right after this?
That's what I'm.
Yeah. Probably Tom will probably spin like, oh, you need to break up with her.
Mm-hmm.
Because you would think that he would want to keep the relationship with Adam because they make money together. Mm-hmm. And they just recently got like a grant or some kind of money together. And now he has all her information, so if he can just dump her.
Yeah, that was a terrible.
I actually did think about that when he wasn't saying anything to her after he asked her the questions about her research, right before he told her that, like, oh, I'll see you at Harvard, right? That thought did cross my mind. I was like, she just gave him everything that he needs to just steal her stuff.
And Adam said that his mentor did the same.
Yeah.
He did. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I feel like could be a reason why she does stay and go to Harvard. Or keeps going, like pursuing Harvard.
Just so he doesn't steal her stuff.
Because it's a year, right? Next year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a year.
This sucks, man. What the heck?
I don't know. I feel like a lot has got to happen in just a tiny little bit of time.
Some books are like that. They just wrap it up.
You're just going to jump right in and finish it up.
Isn't that how it happens in movies, too? You're like, there's only 10 minutes. You guys
happened. I feel like nothing has happened in the whole book.
That's true. They have to have
nothing. This has been like 2 weeks. This is 2 weeks.
They have to have the conflict and the resolution.
Them flirting and all of being stupid and Adam being head over heels for her. And then flavored coffee he doesn't like, right?
That's pretty cute. It is pretty cute.
Which is fine.
There's only 130 pages left. Wow. 133.
So how do you want it to end?
I want
curious.
no drama. I just want cutesy stuff. La la la. It is to me. I just want it.
There's already been drama.
I want it resolved in the next 10 pages, and then just la la la.
They
No.
get married in Vegas.
Oh no, no! The last time
Like,
that happened in a book, that did not work out. No, I don't know. I want them to end up together, obviously, unless he does something stupid or she does something. I don't know. I think he can do better. Actually, she's really annoying. I don't know how much I like her.
I think in a way she's kind of good for him though.
Yes.
He's so uptight and rigid and structured, and she
Mhm.
brings that free spirit.
Yeah.
Even though she annoys us, I think she's good for him.
They balance each other.
I don't think it's her personality that's annoying. I think I get frustrated, especially after we read a book where we have these women who are trying to be powerful, trying to speak up for themselves. And then you get this new character who just won't believe in herself. And everybody else sees it and tells her, but she just cannot see it. You know, it's almost offensive, you know, kind of like, what?
I love her
like,
friend.
come on. I mean, a little bit of humility is all good, but I don't know. I just felt, and she just, it's frustrating. I think that's why I'm frustrated, because I'm like, you're putting yourselves in these situations, and you're better than that. You know, like the whole time, oh, I'm going to use expired things. It's going to be fine. It'll be fine. I'm not going to eat. There are ways to get around those things. You know, she's putting herself in tight situations. I'll be fine. I can do all this work in the 3 days. You know, she keeps putting herself in these situations, and it's just frustrating.
Yeah, she's just dumb.
I love her friend On for that reason, because she's like, I'm going to change the world for these women in STEM. I'm going to be the person that, you know, that we
But
need.
I'm going to bully my friend into public displays of affection.
Yeah.
I don't like that part of her, but I like how she's like paving the way. I don't know.
So who was saying that this is a fan fiction? Yeah.
Yeah. It's an adaptation.
What was I going to say?
I think maybe that's a good point, Holly. Maybe that's why I'm struggling to get into the book, because it's so opposite of what we just read. These women that have no choice, and they're in these situations
and are still trying to push,
be powerful and push the boundaries. And then you have someone that's brilliant and amazing and has all this platform and doesn't use it. Maybe that's part of it for me. Yeah.
I was mad when she dragged Adam to get his flu shot.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
leave the man alone.
Poor guy. He's so
I
scared.
think it bothered everybody.
Why did she? What was that scene even about? Like, why was it in there? I don't know.
She
That
just
annoyed
dragged
me.
him.
You're
I'm
right.
like,
what was it? A flu? What they
It
call
was
it?
a flu shot.
Flucella.
Oh.
I thought that was funny, but
See,
I thought it was stupid.
I mean, like a stupid
It
funny.
was funny, but just stupid.
Yeah.
So I guess we go to what did we first uncover in the first chapter when we read again? Chapter 8 was basically her realizing she's in love with him, right? Like she's in the
Towards the
lab.
beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like giggling over her phone, and On's like, "What are you doing? You're in love," which I thought was weird. I had this feeling that I thought she knew that they were fake dating, but at this point, I don't think she knows at all. I think she's like, but she genuinely sees that she's in love, so she's like, "Okay, it's fine." But I feel like that's gonna be a huge blow up between two friends.
I did. I thought that was going to be the conflict of the book. I don't think that anymore.
I don't know.
I don't know when that's gonna happen in the 100.
I feel like there's a lot that's just.
yeah, you might be frustrated at the end.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, read the last page.
We're not reading.
I saw the word "hey" on the last page.
HEY?
Yeah,
Oh.
someone says "hey."
Why did you do that?
I wasn't
I told her
reading.
to.
I just was looking to see the page number, and words just stick out. A worse word could have stuck out.
Yep.
Hey doesn't tell me anything.
I bet it's like they break up, right? And then like years pass.
Remember, I told you 2 years.
Yeah, they pass and they see each other passing. She's like a big famous scientist. He's still a big famous scientist. He's like, hey.
At this point, why would they break up?
Tom.
There wouldn't be a reason to break up right now because she hasn't done anything and he hasn't done anything.
Even if she tells him, "No, I was in love with you, idiot. I just didn't want to tell you at that point." That's all forgivable. There's nothing wrong.
I
He
feel
is
like they're
connected with
not
Jeremy.
actually going to do anything.
Like,
And
that's
I
what
don't think
weird.
anything's going to happen at that night. I
so.
think, well, a little something, but not all of the something.
She did say we
I
could
think
do
so.
other things, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I guess he doesn't have protection. Is that what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I want
Took me a
control.
minute. Took me a minute to get that. I was like, wait, what?
Me too. I'm
And
like,
she goes, and I'm clean. Okay, the first person you don't trust, I'm clean. No, no.
yeah.
Now I really need to use something. How do you know? I don't know. That was
Maybe
silly.
they break up. I don't know. I just think I don't see many scenarios of why that would happen.
I guess.
I see her and on if that happens, you know, but why if they're actually together? That kind of ruins the blow up because it's
Mhm.
like they did end up
Yeah.
together, so they were actually dating.
Mhm.
I mean, in reality, they were actually dating.
Yeah.
He was taking her out by
That is the best kind of dating too.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
a week,
Right.
10
They were
minutes.
actually dating. So
It's-
You buy me stuff.
I'm also kind of like, okay, it's weird how in the story she's mentioned a couple different times how she thought she was asexual, right? And couldn't
Yeah.
experience sexual attraction, and like she thought something was wrong with her. And then it's like, so how did she go from that to 2 weeks with this guy, that from complete strangers to 2 weeks in, and now she's like literally about to get in his pants? That doesn't make sense
Yeah,
to me.
like ditzy and love and stuff.
passion, right? I think if you haven't experienced it, it can overwhelm you.
That's
I'm not
true.
saying it's an
Mm.
excuse, but to me, I'm saying the same thing about being in love.
Mm.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
Like they're
You've known this
infatuated.
dude.
Oh yeah, for
They're
2 weeks.
That's a crush. That's getting to
Yeah.
know each other. That's liking them.
Mhm.
So for me, I mean, sex can happen. I mean, that stuff starts going. You can't always control it, right?
That's
If
true.
she's never felt it, and all of a sudden she's feeling it. I can see that more than being in love, and she's
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't
feeling
think
it.
they're.
Yeah.
They just have. What were you infatuated with each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How it starts.
Mhm.
Oftentimes, right? Love starts that way, but
But then it grows into slow, steady, and boring, which is okay. Boring love is okay.
Also, can we talk about
Consistent, yes.
Jeremy for a minute? Because I feel like he just pops up randomly
He's
and it's
stupid.
weird and awkward, and I'm like, get Jeremy out of here.
Like, he has no essence to himself. He's just weird.
It's just like, oh, there's Jeremy.
chips.
Yeah.
And they were on the couch.
Yeah, like why do you have to bust in there? They're eating chips.
And to me, it's weird to see somebody you know with their partner, right? Like chilling, and then you're like, "Oh, are you coming back to the lab with
No.
me?" It's so weird.
No.
This is the Jeremy hate club here. I don't like Jeremy.
Say something too, right?
I know.
Gonna tell her that I've liked you for a long time and this isn't fake and I'm the guy from the bathroom. I think that's where it was going. I think he keeps trying to tell her and things keep happening.
Yeah,
Like this isn't fake for me.
I did not like that whole scene when she's in Starbucks with Marshall and she's like sitting there like, I'm in love, and then Marshall's like trying to like tell her to shut up. And he's right behind her.
Of course.
And then
Like,
she's
it
like,
wasn't
it's,
about you.
yeah,
Where
it's not
else-
about you. Okay, you're dumb. Whatever.
That
It's
that made me
frustrating. Yeah.
so mad.
So annoyed.
I was so mad. Josiah was like, "Are you okay?" I said, "No." She's so annoying. Like it's.
Maybe he is too in a different way.
I think in a different way.
I don't. Yeah. I just don't like her all that much.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking maybe I want him to end up with someone else. I don't know.
No, I like her. I think
I like
they're
her
writing
sometimes.
her as she's 16 though.
Yes. Yeah.
She's right. That's how she's being written. Right? It's unfair to her character.
That's true.
So she's shutting down.
And she really shouldn't be dating a 34-year-old then. If she's 16 on the inside, yeah.
That's my issue with the book in general. He is 34 in every way.
Yeah.
But so is her friend. I think it's just, I don't know. I don't know why they made them so old if they were going to act so young in the book. There's really, I mean, they could have made it first year science.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish
don't
they
know.
would have not done it while they're doing like big research stuff, like because it like takes away from the point that people that go to get their PhDs are smart. They're smart people, and this just makes them
that have
act like
sacrificed
teenagers.
a lot.
Yeah,
And these guys are at Stanford. That's
Yeah.
prestigious. That's
Mhm.
not some party club where we're
Mhm.
chilling out and I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
They should have definitely done it in a younger, maybe like in their master's program when they're like 20 in their 2024s. Well, I guess
Even
master's
then.
programs are
She's
like
26.
Yeah.
So
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know, maybe when they're in beginning of college. I don't know.
But then if you think too, though, if she's never really officially dated, you know, or given her attention to that, because like how she was saying, she thought she was, you know, not meant for that. Maybe, you know, this is just her first experience.
Mhm.
And so she's acting a little goofy.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. One thing with asexuality, I'm pretty sure there are certain like subcategories or like
Oh, I'm sure.
one,
Yeah.
you don't feel any sexual attraction to anybody,
Mhm.
no matter what, if you're like in a relationship or anything. And then there's like another category where if you have like romantic feelings for them, then you have sexual feelings for them as well.
Hmm.
So I think she probably fits in the second category. Where she
Yeah,
has
maybe.
romantic feelings for him
Mhm.
as well. So
Yeah. What is that called? I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the term for it, but yeah, you're right.
I think I have it on the edge of my mouth too.
I know.
I just can't think of the term.
I feel bad because usually if a character is flawed, I can think of excuses for them. I can't really think of any for her. I think a lot of her, I can't excuse it. Does that make sense? Like, what?
Yeah,
Why?
all of hate crime.
I feel the same way.
Because there is like with as far as how she acts and stuff, you can say, you know, what happened with her mom, that's a valid reason for somebody to act younger than they are. But it's also her just being like the lying for no reason. Like, oh, it wasn't about you. I wasn't talking about you. That is not excusable.
Well, yeah. I mean, she was caught.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I think,
that's
yeah.
true. I don't know. I wouldn't do that, so I guess I can't see why.
I don't know what I would do. If I was confessing my love about Noah and he popped up behind me before we were like,
10
like
minutes
official,
before our date,
yeah,
he showed up at our date spot and I'm talking about him.
I'd be like,
Surprise,
Well,
surprise. He's
I
right.
don't know. Well, I don't know. Okay. I was embarrassing. Literally all the time, right? So that kind of similar situation happened to me where me and my friend were talking about who we liked. And my crush came up and was like, "What are you talking about?" And then my friend was like, "Oh, we're talking about the guys we have crushes on." Why would you do that to me? First of all. And then he just kept pressing me and pressing me. Why won't you tell me? Why won't you tell me? I was like, I can't tell you because it's you. This was 8th grade. And I don't know. I don't even remember what happened after that. I think I just blacked out.
you blocked that memory out.
I think I blocked that out because I was like, that's embarrassing. Why did I do that? Oh man, I hope nobody remembers that. And he was gross too. Later he ended up
Your age, though. So can you imagine someone who is Isaiah's age doing the same thing? No, because he's like
That's-
an old man.
Yeah.
27 is not childlike. I don't think. I don't know any. I guess I should say I don't have an experience with someone being 26 and acting like they're 16.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I have friends that are like 27, 26, and they're not like that. Not how we read in this book. Not like that.
Mm-mm.
They're
She
fun.
isn't. I think they're trying to make her endearing, and she's not coming off that way to me.
No, not to me.
I mean, Kevin's 19. I don't even see him acting. So like,
Kevin is
right now,
yeah,
you
and
guys,
he's super smart.
none of you
science,
guys
like,
including
Yeah.
Josiah, and you're 23 and younger. Like,
Mhm.
and you don't even act. To me, I
That's-
don't see you all the time, but you don't
Yeah.
act
Yeah.
16.
No, I don't act 16.
You know what this would make sense for? Not science, but like art. If they were art students, I feel like this would make sense.
It would be a little bit more.
All the art students
Yeah.
are offended
they're all,
instantly.
like, funny and like a little quirky in different ways. So I think this would make sense for art students, not for science.
But like I'm all for a quirky character in an endearing way. She's quirky in a not endearing way. That's the whole
In a
thing.
stupid way.
Yeah.
Not yet.
She's in a quirky in a can we get to something else now because I'm tired of you. Like when it's just her, I'm like, Come on. It has to be her talking to somebody else. I get bored when it's just her and her inner monologue.
I get bored when she's talking to Marshall.
I like
I
Marshall.
don't. I think he's just boring.
I like him.
It's just a little like, I don't know. It's not very fun.
Well, he doesn't really have the chance to be.
Yeah,
He's not in it much.
Just like a flat character. No development. I think that's why I'm bored with him.
Yeah. I don't know.
On though too. On's pretty boring, but
Yeah.
But even right, Olive hasn't developed, has she? She's a flat character to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we're more than halfway through the book, right?
Yeah, I think Adam is actually developing because he's being honest with her. He's
Yeah.
you know, like
And
I
everybody-
feel differently about him than I did at first. 'Cause
Yeah.
his personality's showing through. He's genuine and you know. So, but
And-
yeah, Olive to me is not,
It's-
you know, not maturing or developing at all.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's what the book is coming to, is where they're going to have a break where she needs to grow up a little bit and then they get back together later.
You
There's
can't
not
do that in
enough time.
120
Unless you
pages,
like
though.
end the chapter and then it's
That's
like
annoying,
3
though.
That's
years
it.
later.
She's getting off the plane from Harvard to Stanford and she says, "Hey, that's the hay you saw."
I would.
And
She
he's up.
can't go to
he's-
Harvard with Tom. She can't.
But she
I
still
think
has
she's a
to.
bobo. I think she will.
But you're giving up.
She's already said she can't do it. No,
After her speech, she might get more grants. She might get more grant opportunities because it's going out into public now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Well-
really good for her.
Yeah.
But if she goes to Harvard with Tom, she's a whore.
yeah, I don't think she will. No, I don't think she will.
I don't think she's gonna go.
Because I'm pretty sure, I mean, it's been a week since I read it, but I'm pretty sure she was very adamant, like, I won't.
I don't think so.
No.
Threatened. She was adamant until he threatened that.
Yeah, and she's like,
He would
never
take her
mind.
work and
Never
take
mind.
credit.
Well, he's got him whether she goes or not, though.
But she has a year maybe to figure out.
I think she's going to need Adam's help. She's going to need his help. Because he talked about something specifically that happened with him and his partner where, you know, and they were unable to do anything about it because, you know, that person had power and prestige and, you know, whereas he might be able to help her because he's been through it, you know, cares about her. I don't know. I'm frustrated by her. I'm just frustrated by her. But there's nothing you can do. That's her character. I don't think there's going to be a big, I mean, you can't change.
I don't think she said anything.
No?
It is funny when you just state it because nothing's really happened in the whole
No.
book yet.
No.
Yeah.
Well, and I thought it was longer.
Keep waiting. Like,
I thought it was longer. And then she's like, yeah, we've been dating for like 2 weeks. I'm like, what?
it was longer too. I did actually.
It's escalated very quickly.
Has it?
Their feelings for each other, I feel like.
I think that she just really horny for each other, basically. That's
Physically attractive.
Yeah, maybe.
because she's like, oh my gosh, his muscles.
Well, if you think
And
about
every
it, though,
time-
a lot of people, that's all there is to it, though. For a lot of people, I think
thought-
it might be different.
It gets a little annoying sometimes how like she like bumped into him and it was like, oh, she wasn't even surprised when there wasn't any give. I'm like, oh my gosh,
She's so
shut up.
steady.
I would do that.
You do what?
I bump into Jason's muscles all the time. I'm all, there's a bug on you. Here, let me pull that off you. Yeah,
That's
I would be a weirdo. I would do that. He had his shirt off.
when you were dating.
Yeah. And now,
That's
I don't know.
cute. It's just a little look
In the book, it's just too much.
because they're weird.
I think On made it weird.
On is just
Yeah.
weird in general.
She was just standing there admiring, and she's like, here, take sunscreen, go there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was not any of her idea. She was not going to do any of those things. She was happy to sit in the shade, on the blanket, find some food, and watch. I don't think she would normally act like that.
No,
And then when he was pushing the car and she was admiring him pushing the car, she was not going to go over there. She was not going to talk to him. She was going to turn around and do her, you know, research. And her friend's like, you should go over there and give him a kiss. What?
I eat a smoothie.
Yeah.
I had a friend who was like that though. Like when we would go on double dates, me and Josiah were like
Can't with a
still
friend.
we'd been dating maybe like a few months and she would be like, you guys need to hold hands, or we'd be sitting and she'd be like this to Josiah, telling him to like put his arm around me, and it's like
You guys
even
will have
now
to
me
buy
and
her a
Josiah are
present.
not much for like, I mean, sometimes we'll hold hands out in public, but it's not like
Intense PDA.
yeah. Whereas that friend is the opposite. She's the kind to like sit on her boyfriend's lap literally anywhere. I would never do that.
Really?
I think sometimes it's fine
In public, no.
certain
No.
situations.
Unless they were like, you need to sit down, you're gonna die. I'd be like, okay. But I would sit on the floor.
Because all the times that she has done stuff like that, it's because it's been on the insistence, not just like,
Her
oh, by the
friend.
way, this would be fun.
Yeah.
It's been her friend pushing her,
Friend's weird.
like harassing her every single time.
That is weird.
Weird. We should have, was it pick apart on, figure out what's wrong with her.
I don't know.
We're over Olive. Let's work on now.
See, that's interesting because I think because I had a friend like that, I didn't really think it was that weird. I was like, oh, typical best friend.
Yeah, probably.
See, I think that would just make me mad. If someone
If your
pushed
friend
on
was
me.
doing that?
Yeah, if my
No,
friend
yeah,
was doing
it
that,
was
that would,
horrible. We hated it. and
because it was
made us really
obvious that she was
uncomfortable.
embarrassed and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
I keep thinking about how much you guys keep saying that we read nothing. It just feels like we read nothing.
Yeah.
It just feels like we're like watching a rom-com just because we want to like just feel the fluffiness of it.
Yeah, it's
I
just
think
all
we do,
been
though.
fluff.
Yeah.
It's just fluff. There's no substance. Where's the substance?
Which
It's
I mean,
weird
But
after
you know, it's
reading our
interesting.
book.
I think that might be part of it.
I think that if we had read this first,
Yeah.
I think if we had read this first, you know,
before
I think
that.
we would have felt our last book more if we read this first.
I don't know if I could feel the last book more than I did.
I know.
Mm-mm.
Really? I still do. Yeah. But I thought, it's funny because last week I said I was struggling. You guys all seem to love it. Like you said, you had to put it away so you wouldn't. keep
I do.
reading.
I'm still going to read.
And
I'm
I
going to
walked
jump into
in,
this thing as soon as I get home.
It's so for me, I think I've talked about this a little bit before. I read completely different than you guys do. So you guys, I don't know about you as much,
Probably
but
not.
specifically Abby and Mom, Miriam, you guys are very avid readers and you tend to be way more analytical than I am. So I will come in here, and I'll have a certain opinion about a certain person or whatever, and you guys will bring up points and I'll be like, I didn't even think about that because I was just, I get really engrossed. I'm not sitting to think about it. I'm just reading and reading and reading. And so then I get more of a bigger picture of everything, whereas you guys tend to detail here and detail here, and this detail connects to this. Like, I feel like you guys do that more.
I think that's why I really enjoy the book club, though.
Yeah, no,
'Cause
that's why I
kinda
love
like
it. So
when
then I'll
someone
come
hears
in
it
feeling like
differently.
one thing, like, wow, this book's really great. And then I'm like, yeah, no, wait, you're right. When I sit and really think about it, like, I don't.
Never want to change your opinion.
Oh, no, you don't. And you wouldn't if I didn't actually. No, it's just that, like, I don't think about it that deeply until I get here. I don't know.
I
tend
enjoy fluffy stuff. I do enjoy it, but I enjoy a little bit stronger of a main character.
Mhm.
I feel like the first couple pages, I feel like, there needs to, like you said, character development. I feel like the first couple chapters, yes, she can be silly and fruity and silly. But now it's kind of like, okay, we get it. You're a ding dong. You know what I mean? We get it. You're a ding dong.
But then there's times like in The Maid where it happens too fast. And we were like, she developed
think
too
that was
quickly to the point where
purposeful,
we were
though.
like, this doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
for her to switch that fast.
But that also had to do with like the way the maid was written. She was made to be that weird character. The quirky
Mhm.
one.
But I really liked her.
I did too.
That's interesting. You can
Yeah.
do quirky in a good way. The maid, Molly, I loved her.
Yeah.
Like, even though, and that's why I think we felt like if the character wasn't consistent, we were a little upset because we really liked her. Yeah. So it's interesting.
Olive is just kind of annoying.
Yeah, I think the quirky is different. It's holding her back.
Yeah.
The character.
Mm.
Too quirky. quirky or.
I don't even think it's quirkiness anymore. I
Mhm.
don't. I think it's just immaturity,
Yeah.
or which is kind of sad, or emotional stunt.
Yeah.
You know, where she's just.
So what does Adam see in her? You know, it's interesting besides physical.
But
Like-
she's smart.
Yeah.
It's scientific.
Well, I think
Apparently
it's
she's
her
really
science
smart.
passion, because he asked her, "What is the reason why you would want to go into this?" You know, and she was like, "Well, you know," and I think that's what inspired him, and that's what drew him to her.
Mhm.
And then to see how hard she was working in the lab, and you know, I think that probably, you know, I think anybody who's passionate about something is attractive, you know,
Mhm.
compared to someone who has no vision and no,
Yeah.
you know,
That's true.
I don't know. Maybe because he's so mature and so set in his ways to have, it's probably refreshing to him.
Mhm.
What we see as annoying to him might come off as refreshing.
That earlier, I
Yeah.
think in a way it was almost good for him in that sense, right? Lighten up. Okay to go off the, go off the path once in a while.
Yeah.
I don't know about the flu shot.
That was a bit much.
But like the sushi restaurant,
That was
I think
cute.
that was
I did like that. That was cute.
But I think it's interesting because, he takes care of her.
Mhm.
He buys her food and he makes sure she's okay. And, he even alluded he doesn't like her riding her bike where there's no bike lanes. And
Mhm.
she never had a dad.
Mhm.
So,
He
but
has
it feels
secretly
really
been
good.
caring for her, I feel like, in the behind the scenes.
Be someone to care about her in that
Mhm.
way. Because even her friends aren't that way,
Mm-mm.
right?
No, huh?
I'm real interested to see how it wraps up.
Yeah, I'm curious what's gonna happen.
Yeah, these last
I just want to read the next chapter.
Holly just wants to see.
We're gonna have.
I'm kind of interested in that too, honestly. I'm still
We're gonna read it out loud tonight.
Is she gonna be immature in the scene? I'm curious.
No, I feel like she was pretty forward there.
She was actually.
Gosh dang it!
She had like zero sexual experiences. She's like, we could do everything.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
What do you mean?
How do you
I think
know?
she just wasn't interested. I don't think anyone attracted her. I think this is the first person she has mentioned before. She's like, yeah, I noticed Tom was good looking and Holden's good looking, but whatever.
I don't know. It's interesting.
Maybe there wasn't a real clear vision for her character.
Maybe.
They need to be. She needs.
So, for context sake, we're talking about whether or not they're gonna break up and whether or not they should.
to grow up.
How could they not? I don't know. I know. It'd be nice if they didn't. Like I said, I'm kind of.
Think about it from the stance that it's what is it? A fan fiction. They have to be together.
We didn't ruin it, Abby.
Oh, so sorry. Tell it to Ali Hazelwood. Tell her.
Yeah, I don't.
But
I
even
think they
on the
will.
picture on the cover, they don't look 34 and 26.
I think it's the art style.
But that's my point.
Yeah.
So this, I don't know.
I usually really enjoy young adult books.
I do too, actually. There's been really good ones.
They're my
out there.
I
favorite.
think most of ours that we've read in book club have been.
I love them.
Because it's filled with like
Is
younger
this
audience.
for young adult? They're either. I don't know that it would be. They're PhD.
Did you see her new book coming out?
Ooh.
It was on the book Instagram. It's called The Bride, and it's like vampires, werewolves, and like she wrote in the caption, she's like, how to trick your publishers to write 3 STEM books and then write what you really want to write.
That's funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I thought that was a really cool shift that she did for her.
Well, the author has her PhD, right?
I'm not sure. Does it say?
Do not read the last page.
Wait, she read it.
She already read
Yeah.
the
She has a PhD in neuroscience. Says.
So maybe Olive is her.
And I feel really mean.
Yeah, see, I liked it. So she has a PhD in neuroscience. She recently became a professor, which absolutely terrifies her. When Allie's not at work, she can be found running, eating cake pops, or watching sci-fi movies with her 2 feline overlords and her slightly less feline husband.
I did read that and I thought it was freaking cute.
I like that. I don't know.
It's really interesting that she has a PhD in neuroscience.
Mhm.
So.
So why is she writing books?
Like
Did she
for
not
fun,
use
I
her
guess.
PhD?
For an escape,
Oh, you said
probably.
She's a professor.
Pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
Kudos.
Good for her. Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, the whole description is cute because it says Ali Hazelwood is the New York Times best-selling author of The Love Hypothesis, as well as the writer of peer-reviewed articles about brain science in which no one makes out and the ever after is not always happy.
Well, the New York Times bestseller. So it's like it's literally the worst one because all books are
Yeah.
New York Times bestsellers. What does it even mean?
It's a sales tactic, I'm sure. We were at the library today, and Julian went and found a silent patient. He's like, Mom, look. It was on the librarian's pick. I thought that was fun. I'm like,
It's
hey.
funny. There's quotes on here from 3 different authors, and it's all New York Times best-selling author, New York Times best-selling author, New York Times best-selling author.
We should look that up. How do you become? How much do you have to sell to be considered? But really, that's how we hear about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's tons of books that we've never ever read and never will probably ever hear about unless they become a New York Times bestseller.
I guess so.
Remember when they used to always have the little Newbery Award on them? Little seal on there. Maybe that was the one you had to have. Maybe that's what it was. Little kid books.
All right, Abby, how do you think it's going to wrap up?
I don't know. They obviously have to get together.
I just don't know that there's going to be any big drama.
I don't.
Yeah.
In
I don't know.
in 100 and
What
how
would
many
it be?
pages?
I think it's already happened.
It's happened.
130 pages.
It's happened.
That happens in every like. It sucks, but it happens in a lot of like professional relationships like that.
Mhm.
So it's kind of boring. Like, why couldn't it have been something different?
I don't know. Is she a New York Times bestseller?
Yes. It says right here, the New York Times.
Yeah, I wanna hear it.
bestseller.
She actually physically.
She did. She physically assaulted Adam. So why do we say Tom's a scumbag?
The only
But she literally out of nowhere, he had no idea.
I do think it is very weird that she did that.
Is it different than what Tom did?
I think the only difference is that he had feelings for her already.
Yeah,
But she didn't know
Yeah.
that.
she didn't know that.
To get somewhere. Is it any different then if he literally thought that's what she did? Right? Then if Adam had feelings for her, she didn't know, but she kissed him out of nowhere. I don't know. I think it's interesting. There's a double standard.
That's true
Yeah.
because Tom quite possibly could have equated the two. Like,
I think
well,
so.
you're sleeping with him, and so
He
what would be
thought
so
she was
wrong
gonna be
about
gay.
us?
Yeah.
Because
Like,
yeah,
I'll take care of
well,
you.
I'll promote you. Yeah, I'll be your
don't-
backer.
We don't see it the same way.
No, no.
No, I don't think so.
I really don't like her character, but that makes me think about it.
He's great. I know he's joking about this suit he could file against her, but he literally could.
Yeah.
Like, we were like, well, why would you think, well, that's lame. But is it like women do that
No,
all
you're
the
right.
time? Real legitimate reasons.
Right.
So why is it different when it's us doing it to the men?
Brought some substance into it.
I had to find some somewhere. I'm sorry.
She digging and digging and digging.
No, but I just thought about that.
No,
Like, I
that's
do think
true.
there's
It's very
a complete
true.
double standard. A
There
complete
is.
double standard.
For sure.
I think what made him creepy was what he was saying.
Yes.
She didn't say anything.
Well,
about
his
it.
was the threat. The threat of I can make you or break you. The threat. No, you're right.
So just him kissing her neck or whatever was it? I think that's what it was, right? He kissed her.
Trying to kiss her. The other thing, I'm not saying I disagree with you, but just in thinking of how it's different, if it's the power dynamic between Tom and Olive versus Olive and Adam. I mean, Adam he's like in a more powerful position, like in the school and things like that. Like I don't know. I was just trying to find any. Yeah, so like
Powerful Grant guy, and
yeah, so he's using his power to manipulate her. He thought, "Oh, I'm powerful and I'm
Tom?
doing this thing at Harvard and she's going to want me because of this and this and that." And then that's why, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not disagreeing with you. I think she was.
No, I agree with you.
I think it's weird to kiss a random guy. He could have been married. His wife could have been right behind him and could have seen you, could have destroyed this man's life.
Or he
Could
could
have
have
been
been sick and had like herpes on his mouth.
She's lucky she's
We-
in a romantic.
I read that book.
Was it? She didn't see.
No, she just was like, "There's a person I'm gonna kiss."
Yeah, she just kissed him. Was
Oh yeah, because she had told her
In a
friend.
way,
See, and it's all her friend's fault. Oh, my
Okay.
friend's watching. I need to pretend to kiss someone.
It
What?
To me, that's
is.
Olive's fault. That's not.
That's
Olive's
no.
friend.
It
They're
is
both
also.
immature. Yeah.
I have been thinking it's weird how why has he had a crush on her after that one interaction in the bathroom?
Because he's a weirdo.
But like he doesn't know her. He never
He
knew
might
her.
have had a crush on her beforehand, though. She's been going to school there forever.
But the bathroom was when they first.
The bathroom is. I mean, he didn't have to stand there and talk to her. He probably stood there and talked to her because he liked her.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all kind of weird. The more
I think
about
that
it.
part's cute. I do enjoy that part. But you're right about the kissing part.
The bathroom is a neat cute. Right?
It is cute. I like it. Yeah, I like it.
And that part was cute. And then I'm like, okay, this is gonna get good. And then it's just like, what's
It's
And then all
downhill.
of his dom.
Not her fault. Her name is Olive.
Wow.
You don't like that name?
I'm joking. I think it's super cute. I love it. I actually love that name. I like that her friend calls her Kalamata. I didn't get it. It took me a really long time to get it. I was like, what?
I don't get it.
A Kalamata olive.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know olives.
I love olives.
I wasn't copying you. We said it the literal same
Just
time.
know I hated them first. Someone brought this up one day, and he was I don't know if you call family friend. Anyways, he's a big man, big man, and in his experience at work and other places where he will talk to a woman, you look really nice today, or hey, you want to go get coffee sometime, but because he is a big person and not, the traditional attractive, he's a creep. He's a weirdo. I can't work with this pervert. Okay. Whereas if a good looking guy had came and done more than that, touched her, put his hand on her leg and said, hey, you look nice, nothing would be said.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like you were talking about, the double standard that we have, even unconsciously,
Yeah, I agree.
if he had come up to her and done that, we'd be like, whoa. That is not okay.
That's my point. Like,
Mhm.
so it's, in the
Late
fact
at night, it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
Tom did to her, but I'm thinking, well, she did it to Adam. She did the same thing.
Yeah.
We're all bad people.
Thinking of her nickname as all.
No, it's still all.
It's all.
I just keep going in my head. Oh.
Oh.
One
Oh.
today, when I started reading, I thought it was Oi. And I'm like,
Oi.
Oi. I'm like, oh, it's her nickname. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah. I say all too.
Oi.
I just say olive. I can't say it. It just
It's hard
doesn't
for me to
roll.
say it. That's
Doesn't
not
roll
my
off the
time.
tongue in my brain. I
Yeah.
just say olive. I don't know that. I think it's gonna just be a fluffy ending. I don't think it's gonna have substance,
Yeah.
and it's not gonna make sense. And I think there's gonna be a lot of plot holes, and we're not gonna be happy.
Mm-hmm. I could see that happening.
Because even like if you think about it, right? Disney movies, there's big drama. And then they live happily ever after.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You want the drama. You're raised from your little. Cinderella, she had to leave the ball at noon. He has to find her, right? Ariel,
Mhm.
she has
At
to
noon.
kiss him before midnight or whatever. And Snow White, he had to
Yeah.
raise her from the dead, which is kind of weird.
That is weird.
Or sleep. I guess she was sleeping.
But-
she
but
dead?
she was
She
dead.
Dead.
Sleeping
She was in a
Beauty
coma.
was asleep.
Sleeping Beauty was asleep. Snow White was dead.
So you raise it. There has to be this drama, and there's just no drama. Can it be all fluff?
Can this book? Yes.
In the actual little.
I think
Little
it will
Mermaid, she
be. I think
literally
it's going to
dies.
be.
I think so.
I think it's just going to be.
And maybe we'll be happy with it. I don't know.
I think
Mhm.
we'll be.
It probably will be.
I wasn't.
It's fine.
I don't think I was expecting much though either. I was just expecting
I was
some
expecting
spice
fun.
earlier.
Yeah. Like, why are we waiting this long to read guys?
Come on.
Used to a quarter one.
I'm still reading it too. I told Jason, I said, honey, if I get to that spot and it's not as juicy as you're promising, I said I'm gonna bust out Court of Thorns and I'm gonna make you read every time.
I'm gonna mark every page and you read just that.
He's like, you're not allowed to go anymore. It's too silly. I'm actually watching a show right now that is very just corny like this one. And the girl is supposed to be, I think she's younger though, so she's 23, and supposedly she's worked abroad and she's come back, but she gets upset and she runs away. I'm like, what am I watching right now?
Runs away from what? From who?
Whatever, it doesn't even matter. Whatever she's upset with, or runs away. I'm like, what do you? You're in like an office building right now. You don't what? It's just bizarre. So I'm gonna give it a couple more episodes and I'm done.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
like literally just pictured somebody just running out the
Yeah.
office door.
I
Oh.
don't know. And she's like, I'm like, what?
I wish I could do that sometime.
I need some romance in my book. I'm settling for weird stuff. She's running away, so the guy grabs her arm, and the other guy grabs her other arm, and they're like, no, come this way. No, come this way. So she stomps the one guy's foot. He lets go. She bites the other. This is the middle of an office, like full of cubicles, and everybody's watching. She bites his arm, and then she goes, literally running away. Right now, this is bizarre.
I want to watch it. That is so bizarre.
But it's a Chinese one, so there will be no spice, so it doesn't even matter. So
Hold hand.
maybe.
Okay. What are we reading next? Chapter
Just you're gonna finish it off.
16 to the end.
Yes, that's my next pick.
Are you the next pick? Do you have some ideas?
I have a few I'm going back and forth between, yeah.
Exciting.
He frowned.
Stop it.
Emily is looking through the book. That's what she's doing.
We don't know who frowned. We don't know why.
What's the he?
We do. You said
Adam.
he.
It could be Adam. It could
Oh.
be Tom. It could be Malcolm. It could be what's
No
the
one
other
has
guy?
a reason to frown.
Jeremy.
except
It
for
could be
Adam.
what's his other friend, his gay friend. What's his name?
Holden.
Holden. It could be a new character.
Whatever.
We don't have time for a new character.
I'm gonna laugh so hard they bring out this new character, takes her away.
Well, I didn't mean like this. I just meant like, oh, what if it's like Malcolm brings him home or something? I don't know. He's just like frowning.
You find out later.
I don't know.
He's not straight at all. We're like, what?
Well, that's what
Adam's like, I've been trying to tell you since the first day.
Oh my god. That's funny.
I'm down to help you out, but
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
I don't know. I think there might be some correlation between the fan fiction. Was it Kylo Ren
Yeah.
and Rey?
Adam Driver.
So what happens in their
Well, I
relationship
Together.
that people had to fix?
Yeah, they do for like 2 seconds. They're together for 2 seconds,
Right.
and then he dies.
They should have loved each other. That's why I won't watch it.
They
Well,
love each other.
they
That's what
did.
everybody says.
Did they?
They did.
They had a connection.
So I loved Anakin and his girl. I can't think of her name. Right. Yeah. I loved all that whole, what was that, number 3? And Jason's like, oh, I hate that one. I said, that is my favorite.
I need to rewatch
That
it.
whole is the best. It's the best.
Well, if you're interested in finding out what we think about the end of the book, follow along on our podcast on Spotify or YouTube at the Lit Ladies Book Club, right?
Mhm.
Also check out our Instagram. What is it? At
Instagram's been on fire.
and then it's an underscore, and then it's the Lit Ladies. Or no, the underscore Lit Ladies Book Club. Sorry, I apparently don't know our own stuff. Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Emily.
Okay.
Miriam.
And Holly.
And I'm Abby.
Shout
I
out
hope
to
you
Julian.
enjoy.